My name is Kalin Davone. I am from Wilmington, North Carolina, and I've been painting my whole life, but professionally like 11 years now. I feel like I paint pretty realistically. I do have my own style that's kind of very expressive. I like to load my paintbrush with a lot of paint, so I like a lot of texture in my pieces, but I mainly work with the figure and portraits, so that's my main kind of interest is the figure and painting people. I think from everything that he was involved in, he seemed like a very powerful person, and to be the first black police officer is a really huge feat. So I think that he's just one of the first, and that's always a unique kind of thing to explore with a person to see why they got there and to just acknowledge that, they're a pioneer in whatever they did. I actually looked at a lot of portraits from this time period, and they all looked very serious. Like nobody smiled in the pictures and the photos. So I think with my style and the way I paint, I always try to bring a little bit of light and happiness to it. So I tried to find images of people who did kind of have like a smirk or an expression or a face that was inviting, because I think with who he was, he probably had a lightness to him. And in the time where he was, prominent in Charlotte, it was a very serious time. So I chose to kind of combine those two things to add that contrast. Charlotte has a very rich history. I did a mural recently about Charlotte's history, specifically the Brooklyn area. And I think it's just a lot of overcoming for people of color, a lot of just growth, a lot of obstacles that had to be faced with whether like neighborhoods that were taken over or just different positions of a lot of firsts in Charlotte. It goes back really far to even the arts. So we have Harvey Gantt, who was the first and the pioneer in the arts. And we also have, like I painted, we have John, who was the first of his kind. He was the first police officer. So I think Charlotte has a lot that people don't know about history-wise with the arts. And it's just a great opportunity and thing to like find something new because I didn't know about him before this. So I'm glad that the Charlotte Museum of History brought it to my attention to kind of dig deeper and find out more. It was so funny when I thought about this piece because I painted it so long ago and my style has changed so much from then, and I see it in person and I'm like, wow, I kind of want to repaint him in a way. I want to like dig a little deeper. I think my knowledge to Charlotte's history has grown since I created this portrait, and knowing that and seeing this and kind of rereading about him, I'm like, I think I could like make a whole series maybe from portraits of people who don't have portraits from history so that they exist somewhere.